Good morning, children. We are learning our fourth chapter, safety and first aid, right? The last class we have seen about what is safety and what are the rules to be followed in safety in kitchen and in your house, right? This is what we have seen in the last class, right? What is safety? What is safety? The precautions which we take to avoid the accidents, that is called as the safety, right? We have seen some rules to be followed in kitchen, that is you should not go near to the stove while something is cooking, or you should not play with fire. Next, you have to dispose all your food materials, that is waste materials, in your dustbin, right? In your separately as degradable waste and non-biodegradable waste. The next is that you should not play with the knife or any other sharp objects like your blade, etc., right? Next, we have seen some rules to be followed at home also, right? You should not run over the stairs or peep out of a window. And next, you should not touch any electrical appliances. Next, you should not take your tablets on your own, right? You have to take only with the consultation of your parents. Next, you should not burn crackers at home. The other thing which you used to do most often while playing is that you used to wear the the polythene covers or the plastic bags over your head, right? You should not do that because it will causes you breathing problem. Today, we are going to see some of the safety rules which you have to follow in the swimming pool, right? You all know that swimming is a very good exercise, right? It is, we all enjoy it during a summer season whether it is very hot. So while you are going for any swimming pool, you have to follow some rules over there. What is it? You should never go alone for swimming, right? That is, you should not go alone for swimming. We have to go along with only with our parents or elders when we are going to the swimming. Next is that you should stay in the shallow end of the pool. What is the shallow end? Where it is not that much deep, or where your parents can or elders can take you easily, right? So, and only the sight of your elders. Next, you should not go deep end of the pool. When you go to swimming pool, you can see it, right? In one side of swimming pool, it will be very deep. So, only the elders will go and dive there. For small children, you will be having a shallow end where you will be having not that much of depth in that pool. So, you should always be in that shallow end. You should not go into the deep end of the pool. Next, the important thing is that while you are going for any swimming, you have to wear bright colored clothes. Why should you wear bright colored clothes? Because you will be visible for your elders whenever you are there in the swimming pool. If you wear light color dress, it is not visible so much. When we wear bright color, it is very much visible for our parents or elders, or the coach, so that they can take us easily out. Next, the main thing is that you should not push anyone in or around the pool. You should not play in or around the pool, like pushing others or pushing your friends inside the pool. So, you should not push anyone in or around the pool. So, these are some of the safety rules which you have to follow in the swimming pool. Next is that we have to follow some safety on road, right? What are the safety measures which you have to follow on road? First is that we should always walk on the footpath. You have all seen the footpath, right? The sides of the road, you will be having a platform where that is used to walk. So, you should always walk only on the footpath. Can you see in that picture the footpath, right? Next, you should not play or run on the road. While you are going in the road, you should not play or run, or else you should not play. Why? Because the vehicles are moving there in the road. So, you should not play on the road. We have to play only in the ground or inside of a house. While you are crossing the road, how will you cross? You have to cross only on the zebra crossing. You can see that lines, right? White colored lines or yellow colored lines drawn across the road. So, you should cross only on that zebra crossing. Next, the other thing which you used to do while the moving vehicle, right? You used to put your head or hand outside your moving vehicle. You should not do that. Why? Because the next vehicle which is coming by the side of the vehicle can just dash you. So, you should not put your head or hand outside the moving vehicle. The other is that you should always follow the traffic rules. You all know the traffic signs, right? What are three main colors which you see on this road? Red, yellow and green. What is my red? Red denotes that you have to stop, and yellow denotes that you have to wait, and the green denotes you have to go. So, while you are crossing the road, what should you do? First, you have to stop, just see both the sides where the vehicles are coming. Then you can proceed to the proceed to cross the road. So whenever you are going on the road, you have to follow all these traffic rules. The same time, we used to ride a bicycle on the road, right? So while you're riding the bicycle also, you have to be careful, and you should always move only in your left side, right? While you're moving, wherever you're moving, while you're walking or while you're moving a vehicle, you should move only in the left side of the road. Is it clear? The next one, first aid. What does mean by first aid? What is first aid? The immediate help given to an injured person before the doctor arrives or the person is taken to the hospital. It is called as first aid. First means, what is it? The precautionary measures which you are going to give to the person who is injured or who met with an accident before taking them to the hospital. That is called as the first aid. For example, if you are just having a cut in your hand, you may go to the hospital, right? So before going to the hospital, what will your parent do? They will just tie a band-aid around it, right? They will clean the place and they will tie a band-aid around it. That is called as first aid. That is the immediate help given to an injured person before the doctor arrives or the person is taken to the hospital is called as first aid. First of all, what should you do when a person gets injured? What should you do when a person gets injured? If you are seeing an accident, or if your friend or or else you are also getting an accident, you are also meeting an injured, what will you do first? First is that you should stay calm and do not panic. What is mean? எனக்கு அடிபட்டுடுச்சே அப்படின்னு சொல்ல பதட்டப்படக்கூடாது. You should not be panic. Panicனா பதட்டப்படுறது. பதட்டப்படாமல் you have to be calm and we have to think what to do next. Next is that you should not try to move the injured person. If a person is injured, you should not try to move them from that place before the doctor or the ambulance arrives. Next, if any injury is having, what should you do? You have to first inform it to your elders so that they will take some immediate actions to recover from that injury, right? So எங்கே எப்போ அடிப்பட்டாலும் ஃபஸ்ட் என்ன பண்ண போயிட்டு வீட்டில் சொல்லிவிடும். நம்ம பயந்துட்டு போயிட்டு வீட்டில் சொல்லாமல் இருக்கக்கூடாது. அம்மா திட்டுவாங்க, அப்பா திட்டுவாங்க, நம்ம பயப்படாமல் we have to go and tell them, because then only they will treat the injured places, right? So whenever you are getting hurted, you have to first go and inform it to your elders. Clear? Next is that first aid kit. What is my first aid kit? You might have seen, right, in many buses or even in schools, they will be having a small box where there will be plus sign given on it, right? They will be having some important things in it where we can treat the minor injuries. Chinna chinna adi pattadala, no, you can clear it. So what are the things in it? First is the sterilized cotton. What is my sterilized cotton? Cotton, then just nothing but a sponge. So it helps us to clean the injuries. Next is the band-aid. Bandage where you can wrap the cut or wounds. Next is the crepe bandage. Crepe bandage is nothing but it is used to wrap around the places where your, if you have any sprain anotha sulukku pudikkiradhu. So you can or your muscle is just caught. So you can use that crepe bandage to just hold that places. Next is the antiseptic cream which is used on the wound or the burns. Next, a pair of scissors. Pain relieving medicine. Or what is pain relieving medicine? The medicine which is used to relieve some immediate pains if you have any muscle sprain while you're playing, or while you're playing football, cricket, whatever it is. When you just got an injury, just to get an immediate action, you used to have that pain relieving medicine. Next is the oral rehydration solution. What is oral rehydration solution? Nothing but the ORS. ORS solution is that where you will get that immediate, what is it? It is just a mixture of a salt and sugar, where just like a glucose packet. So you will get a refreshment from it. Is it clear, children? So what are the main things in the first aid kit? Sterilized cotton, band-aid, crepe bandage, antiseptic cream, scissors, pain relieving medicine and oral rehydration solution. That's all today's class, children. We will see in the next class, and we will see what are the first aid measures which you have to take while you are having cut wounds or the bone injuries and the burn injuries. Thank you, children.